Welcome to Speaks Finance. Today, we're going to be diving into something pretty fascinating. We're going to be looking at the habits that can really make or break your financial success. It's not about judging anyone's lifestyle or anything like that, but just trying to understand, those patterns that we often see emerge. We're going to explore habits that statistically differentiate those who struggle financially from those who thrive. And remember, this is all about self-reflection and potential growth. So buckle up, because this might get a little uncomfortable. But remember, it's all about achieving your financial goals. All right, so let's unpack this. The first habit we often see is excessive TV watching. Think about how much time you spend just glued to the screen. Now, I'm not saying all TV is bad, but when it becomes the main focus of your leisure time, it can be a bit of a red flag. Successful people tend to prioritize activities that contribute to their growth, whether it's reading, learning new skills, networking, or even just spending quality time with loved ones, right? They understand that time is their most valuable asset. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting.
The second habit is neglecting your health. We all know the saying, you are what you eat, but it goes beyond that. Poor people often neglect nutrition, fueling their bodies with cheap, unhealthy food. Rich people, on the other hand, they prioritize their well-being, understanding that a healthy body supports a sharp mind. They invest in quality food, exercise, and preventative healthcare. It's not about vanity. It's about investing in your most important asset, yourself. The third habit is an addiction to sale shopping. Now, we all love a good deal, right? But when you're constantly chasing discounts on things you don't need, it can be a sign of a scarcity mindset. Rich people, on the other hand, focus on building wealth through investments. They understand that true financial success comes from growing your money, not just saving pennies here and there. The fourth habit is hitting that snooze button a few too many times. It's about being an early riser. Early to bed, early to rise. That's the motto of the wealthy. They understand the power of starting the day strong, tackling the most important tasks while the rest of the world is still asleep. This isn't about burning yourself out. It's about maximizing your productivity during your peak hours. Okay, the fifth habit might surprise you. It's an obsession with sports. Now, I'm not saying you can't enjoy watching a game, but when it becomes a primary focus, it can be a form of escapism. Rich people tend to focus on being active participants in the game of life, not just passive observers. They're building businesses, investing, creating, and making things happen. Now, let's dive into the sixth habit, neglecting personal hygiene. This one might seem superficial, but it's about presenting yourself in a way that inspires confidence and respect. Rich people understand that personal hygiene is an important part of their overall image. It's not about being flashy. It's about showing that you care about yourself and your appearance. Okay, the seventh habit is all about mindset. Poor people often fall into the trap of blaming others for their misfortunes. Rich people take responsibility for their lives and their choices. They own their mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. They understand that success is not about luck. It's about taking control and making things happen. The eighth habit is about having a financial safety net. Poor people often live paycheck to paycheck, with no savings to fall back on. Rich people prioritize building a financial cushion. They understand that unexpected expenses happen, and having savings allows them to weather the storms without derailing their financial goals. The ninth habit is about using credit wisely. Poor people often take on debt for things that don't generate income, digging themselves into a financial hole. Rich people use credit strategically, leveraging it for investments that multiply their wealth. It's about understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt. The 10th habit is about family planning. Now, this is a sensitive topic, but it's important to address. Poor people often have children earlier in life, which can put a strain on their finances. Rich people often delay parenthood, and if they've established a solid financial foundation, they want to ensure they can provide the best possible opportunities for their children. All right, so we've covered 10 habits so far, and I bet you're starting to see some patterns emerge here. These habits are all interconnected, forming this web of choices and behaviors that can either lead to financial freedom or keep you trapped in the cycle of struggle, right? But here's the good news. You have the power to change your habits, and in doing so, you can change your financial destiny. So let's dive back in. The 11th habit we're going to explore is this tendency to neglect preventative health care. I'm not just talking about skipping your annual checkup. This is about having a proactive approach to your health, understanding that those small investments in preventative care can save you a lot of money and heartache down the road. Rich people understand that their health is their most valuable asset, and they treat it as such. They're not afraid to spend money on quality healthcare, knowing that it's an investment in their long-term well-being. Habit number 12 is a big one. Spending money before you earn it. It's that classic trap of living beyond your means. relying on credit cards and loans to fund a lifestyle you can't afford. Rich people, on the other hand, they practice delayed gratification. They understand that true wealth comes from building a solid financial foundation, not from accumulating, all this material possessions. They're patient and disciplined, willing to save and invest their money wisely. Okay, the 13th habit is all about the company you keep. They say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and there's a lot of truth to that. Poor people often surround themselves with others who are, sharing those same financial struggles. This can create like a negative feedback loop, kind of reinforcing limiting beliefs and behaviors. Rich people, on the other hand, they're very intentional about their social circle. They seek out relationships with successful individuals who inspire them, challenge them, and support their growth. Habit number 14 is one that breaks my heart. Abandoning your ideas and potential. We all have dreams, but it takes courage and action to bring them to life, Poor people often let fear and self-doubt hold them back. They're afraid to take risks, to fail, to put themselves out there. Rich people understand that failure is a part of the journey. They embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. They're persistent, resilient, and always striving to reach their full potential. And finally, the 15th habit is about taking ownership of your financial journey. Poor people often fall into the trap of expecting handouts, believing that someone else is responsible for their financial well-being. Rich people understand that they're the architects of their own lives. They're self-reliant, proactive, and always looking for ways to improve their financial situation. They understand that success is not about luck. It's about hard work, dedication, and a willingness to learn and grow. So there you have it, 15 habits that can either put you on the path to financial success or, kind of hold you back. It's not about judging, right? It's about awareness, recognizing patterns, understanding how our choices really make a difference and making smart decisions, those that actually line up with our money goals. And remember, these habits, they aren't written in stone. It's not like destiny or anything. They're just like behaviors, ways of thinking that we can actually change. And the best part, you have the power to do it, to make those changes happen. So what really stood out to you?
Anything that surprised you. And maybe even more important, what can you start doing today to build better habits, like right now? Maybe it's cutting back on TV time and using that time to learn something new, a new skill. Or maybe it's putting your health first, cooking more at home, getting some exercise regularly. It could be as simple as setting a budget, really sticking to it, or finally taking the leap and launching that business idea that's been in the back of your mind. The road to financial success, it's not always smooth sailing, right? But it's so rewarding. It's about being in control of your money, building a future you can be proud of, achieving that level of freedom and security that, honestly, you deserve. And listen, you're not alone on this journey, okay? There's tons of resources out there to help you along the way, including, of course, right here on Speaks Finance. We're all about giving you the knowledge, the strategies, the motivation, everything you need to hit those financial goals. So what are you waiting for? Start building those positive habits today and just watch how your financial life changes right in front of you.
And hey, don't forget to check out our other videos on the channel for even more tips, tricks, and insights on building wealth and reaching that financial freedom. Hit that like button if you found this deep dive helpful. Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Tell us what habits you're working on. And of course, subscribe to Speaks Finance for more great content like this. We'll see you in the next one.